Hey, I'm Zach.
I'm Keith.
I'm Ned.
And I'm Eugene.
And we are the Try Guys.
And we are the Try Guys.
And we're gonna tell you how to become a YouTube star. Here we go! Woo!
Here's how to be a YouTube star, featuring the Try Guys.
Can you turn Ned down?
Yeah.
Is that something you can do?
The Try Guys are huge YouTube stars. They have a massive fan base, and millions of people watch the four personalities, well, try anything. First, they'll tell us why their online formula works.
Why do people like to watch other people try?
I think you get to feel what we feel, even though you are not trying, you're watching.
The core idea of trying things, which is where we started from, is just this idea of exploring things that are familiar to other people's passions and identities. So I think on that base level, there's an excitement. If we are trying something that you are familiar with, we're either going to learn something that you care about or experience a struggle that you know that you haven't been able to communicate to the world at large. But then I think there's also just a general interest and excitement of four guys who are willing to go into things with an open mind and see what the world has to offer.
So what's a YouTube personality anyways?
I literally have no idea.
There are many types of YouTube personalities, but probably the best are the ones that talk straight to camera, talk about their life, have a huge social meltdown, and then apologize for it. That's a really big thing.
That's correct.
This may be the hardest video I ever have to make. I'm so sorry.
We found out that our merch that we released causes people to projectile vomit.
Excuse me while I sip some.
Oh, he's
sipping tea.
Sipping tea, there it is.
Okay, there are a couple YouTube archetypes, right? You've got the cutie, who's just like innocent, bubbly, fun. Hey guys, what's going on? You've got the prankster, you know, the old jokester, the guy that just likes to mess with his friends. There are the gurus, the people that you turn to for advice, the ones who feel like they got it figured all out.
Then you have hot twins.
Hot
we
twin.
only have a half of our your twin couldn't make it.
What if you had a twin? You'd be
What
so
if
much
you
more
had a
famous. Well, you'd have to divide by 2 though.
This is probably our favorite subgenre of YouTube is the hot twin subgenre. There are so many just attractive twin couplets, and I don't understand where they all come from and how they all figure out that just YouTube is where they belong.
We were in a museum actually, and the category of the exhibit was audience surrogates.
Oh, like literally us were in the museum.
Yeah, the Try Guys were in a museum, not we were walking in a museum the other day.
That's what I thought you were saying.
You know, I like to go to museums by myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
a few
I
children
used to.
stopped me at the Natural History Museum.
Ah, so good. I love their bones.
I was looking at the bones and they said, "What are you doing by yourself?"
One of the best collection of bones in the
And
world.
I didn't know what to say and I said, "It's okay to be alone sometimes." And that sounded so cryptic. But you know what? It's okay to be alone sometimes.
See, that's how you become a YouTube star, authenticity, which is why I want to tell you about the Try Guys' new merch.
That is, to be a YouTuber, you have to be able to plug drop of a hat.
Vulnerability. What is it and why is it important?
The reason we are vulnerable in our videos is because it is okay to be vulnerable in life, and I think we want to demonstrate that that kind of thing is good, it's healthy, and it allows you to be closer to one another when you're vulnerable around one another. It just helps destigmatize this idea of showing your emotions.
I think it stands in stark contrast to what is like a typical view of masculinity where you're supposed to be stoic and not show any emotions. Oftentimes tackle like very difficult personal subjects and process it by talking about it on YouTube. Whoa!
Being vulnerable, I think, allows you to take the mask off and present what is hopefully a truer version of yourself. It allows you to be raw, it allows you to be in that place of vulnerability is where you can make mistakes, where you can admit to failures, and that's where growth can occur.
It's kind of hard because everything is voyeuristic now and everything is like in your face. Social media has sort of distorted what we think is real. So sometimes it's really hard to even interpret or understand if someone is being completely themselves. If you are giving 100% of yourself in that moment, then people can smell it, especially the younger generation. They know. Because I think we're constantly bombarded now by ideas of authenticity when really it's just sometimes to sell something. It's not just branding of authenticity, it's actually being authentic. And I think that's good for young kids to remember when they're starting to film themselves, just because that's a difficult thing to do when you're really young.
What about oversharing? How much of your life should you keep to yourself?
I think the four of us have struggled with what amount of our full selves we should put out online. Like, I kept the fact that I had a girlfriend secret from the internet for 2 years, just because I wanted to have that corner of my life where I was, you know, growing and experiencing something organically without it being seen under the microscope of what like people thought about her and having to subject her to that. On one hand, we have this amazing opportunity to share our lives and to affect people and to show our vulnerabilities and things that we struggle with that maybe you're struggling with too. But also, you want to have a part of your life that is private and separate, especially when it comes to relationships and family.
But it's tougher when, you know, you're famous for being you. I mean, for the most part, like, if you meet me in public, I'm pretty much the same person you see on a video. Like, I'm me for the most part.
I'm a little dumber on camera,
Yeah,
but
he's
not
a little
much.
dumber on camera.
I'm a lot dumber on camera.
That's for sure. But you'll have to find out for yourself.
When you become digitally famous.
Other people should not own your contents. They can own your content, but they can't own the content of your character.
Everyone get a box.
An actual physical box.
Write
Fill it
down
with
all
your
your
contents.
secrets. Take out 2.
Then bury the box. Make a treasure map. Give it to future generations. They're gonna have the time of their life. Oh my God, if you discovered a treasure map right now, we would all drop everything and go, right?
Right, I wish.
The Goonies.
Oh my God.
Now it's time to put it all together. We had Ned, Eugene, Keith, and Zach demonstrate the Try Guys method of success with 2 inventions: the spider catcher and the fruit peeler.
It's pink, it's got brushes.
This is called the critter catcher.
My critter catcher.
Nice, nailed it.
And this
My
is the critter.
That's the critter.
So the idea, can I see what the gun does?
Can I be the critter?
Wait, open it up. Oh,
Oh, wow.
I like, can you do that right to camera? It looks like an alien's face.
Wow. This is awesome. Look at this. It seems like an old cartoon that would just say bam, bam.
I don't even want it for bugs, I just want to play with it.
I'm not a murderer. I'll use my plastic tentacles.
Hey, it works! That's
Wow,
cool.
look at him. He's
Pretty
in there.
almost.
But if he was wriggling, I think you could get out of this.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys actually kill bugs, or when you see one, or I can't kill
What kind of bugs?
any bugs?
Well, you can't kill cockroaches because then other cockroaches smell it and they come.
Flying cockroach in the wild.
I'm mad.
Oh, well, I have a lot of forward thrust. See, at that time I didn't thrust hard enough.
All right, what's next?
This is the Orange Peel Professional, not to be confused with the Orange Peel Amateur.
Oh boy.
Wow. This is gonna get juice everywhere, right?
Put it on the carousel.
Yeah, stab that down.
Poke it in the top.
Put it on right on the top. So lean it in. Lean it a bit. There we go.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go through that.
Always do it in the hole.
Oh, don't go through the thing. Just
Sometimes you gotta push hard. Good
There are
enough.
2 buttons. There's a 1 and a 2.
That's good too.
let's ramp it up to 2.
Oh God! Oh, but it didn't.
Oh,
From the, you had it start from the
Oh, Ned.
I don't think that's my
if
fault.
it was really a professional, it would have known where
Yeah.
it was starting.
Maybe 1 will go backwards. This would.
All right. That is very satisfying.
Wow.
Wait, well, if you keep going, we'll take off. Oh, let's take off the white part now.
Oh, it's just going back and
Let's
forth.
keep running it. Yeah, baby.
Keep this orange string going.
Wait till it's all the white.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks good.
And you can also
Yes, baby.
make orange juice.
Oh, you look good, girl.
Oh, you're looking like a snack.
Yes. You are skinny.
I'm gonna need a paper
no,
towel. I'm gonna need a
that's
paper
Slurp
towel
it.
right now.
Slurp it, Zach.
Drink it, drink it.
Be sure to get your copy of A Hand of Power up today.
Oh.
Let's go. Oh, I chewed it for too long.
I fell apart in my mouth.
Eugene. And that's how to become famous on YouTube.
No, it's not.
It's one way.
We're generally very unproblematic, so we really like to act like we are. That's
Until
why we're
now,
having
which
a
is
lot
why
of
this
fun right
video
now.
is gonna be us becoming problematic.
Or we could
Yes, Keith.
do
Yes.
it.
Join
Don't-
the dark side. Join it. Woo!